Well, first of all, it sounds like Richard Jefferson has finally started sipping from the Joker energy drink straight from Serbia. Chug it down. It'll help your passing. How realistic is it? It's a real thing. You can get this in Serbia. Joker energy drink. Drink it. I don't know what this logo is.
It's like an angry owl.
Look, 25 points, 10.8 rebounds, 9.7 assists. That's 0.3 assists from a triple-double. And when Russ averaged a triple-double, everyone jumped over backwards to give him the MVP. Denver is plus 12 per 100 possessions with Jokic on the floor and minus 12 with Jokic on the bench. He's shooting 62% from the floor. That's not even like a real thing, barely. 66% on twos. He's probably the MVP favorite right now, neck and neck with Luka and Tatum. Embiid's coming. Giannis is coming. Durant just got hurt. A three-peat is sitting there for him, and the guy just keeps getting better every year, and Denver is in first in the West. Drink some drink.
I'm a little afraid, to be honest with you, to drink some of that drink, but I'd try it.
You drank worse.
Well, I think that, though, where people sort of go, wait a second, and just to play devil's advocate here, is when you talk about someone who's won back-to-back-to-back MVPs, it's such an exclusive list, right? You're talking about the likes of a Larry Bird, of a Bill Russell. Like, that's the type of player that you're talking about. And I think people would raise their hand and say, well, but has Jokic ever been considered the best player in the league? Because oftentimes that's how we think about the MVP, Rich.
Well, my issue is this. It's like you want to look at, and again, every single year is different. Every single year you look at it as an individual thing, and I get it. And it's not a postseason war. Growing up, the MVP typically went to a player that was having an outstanding season on the top 3 team, top 4 team maybe. And part of the reason why when a player wins the MVP and they buy their teammates Rolexes, they buy their teammates gifts, it's because it is a team award. The most valuable player and a person that is leading their team to a high level and to a championship contending. The last 2 years, they were never contending. This was a statistical award. And I understand that because he was the best statistical season and he was doing things that we had never seen. My biggest issue now is that he should be the leading guy for MVP because his team is great and his numbers are outstanding. It just feels strange that we were giving it to him when he got the 6th seed, when he was the 5th seed. He made it out of the first round one time. And so this to me is really his true MVP season. The other twos, you just look at them differently than what you would look at this MVP candidacy that he is on right now.
Jalen?
It's very realistic, Richard, and the reason why is he's going to average a triple-double. And as a center for the Denver Nuggets, who, as you mentioned, are going to be one of the top seeds in the conference, and we didn't mention Jamal Murray had 34 points. And so what they've done is built out a roster that now he can feed Brown, he can feed Porter, he can feed Gordon for dunks. And so now the game comes easier to their best player, and he can have games where he flirts with triple-doubles without missing a shot. This is easy for him. This is easy work for the Joker, and it's incredible.
Hey, what's up, guys? Jag from Jaggy Sports here. It's that time again. January 11th, 1/1/2023. We're going to talk about Joker MVP race. MVP race, he sits at number 1, as you just saw. A lot of people have him as number 1. Why? Maybe it's because Denver Nuggets are top of the East, top of the Western Conference. Maybe it's because everybody fears the Denver Nuggets right now. It's incredible what they're doing. They have a depth like crazy, and quite frankly, they're only looking to expand that and get another wing on the side. Maybe it's because of the fact that he has 11 triple-doubles on the season, and this guy is just insane. He's averaging 25 points per game. I think it's 11 assists per game and 9 rebounds per game. What he's doing on the floor is insane. Let's talk about the other factors. We have Jason Tatum off the Boston Celtics. I thought personally especially in the beginning of the season, he was just playing lights out, right? He's obviously averaging 30 points per game, but Boston Celtics have slipped in the past. They're only 2 games up on the Brooklyn Nets. They've lost quite a bit of their games recently in the last about a month and a half now. They got to figure it out. Marcus Smart, he's still dealing with his injury. I don't know what that plays in terms of the future for the Boston Celtics moving forward. Can they be still elite as they were in the beginning of the season? Number 3 is Kevin Durant. He went down with an injury. Look for him to slide down, but previous to his injury, he was playing insane, right? I think he was averaging 29 points per game. You can't go argue with that. 4th is Luka. I thought Luka was ahead of Kevin Durant, especially what he did last night in his game with the LA Clippers. Even though they lost, he's just insane right now. Luka is playing the best I've seen him play, right? But the fact that his team is not really doing well according to what they should be, right? According to his play, I think that's the reason why he's down at number 4. Number 5 is Giannis. He should be up there, but the way the Bucks are playing is just, it's sad. Because you guys were the champions 2 years ago, and now you're losing quite a bit of games, right? So with the MVP race, it also goes into consideration of how your team is doing. Denver Nuggets again sit at top of the Western Conference. You can't argue with that. I've never seen Denver this strong in years, and they're doing it right now, right? They have all the pieces, they have all the depth. Jamal Murray, he is still not playing like he was in the bubble. He's just climbing up to that right now. Michael Porter Jr., he is still climbing up to that, given the fact that he was injured. You know, Joker, this guy comes to play every single night, and, you know, box office for sure. If you want to see one player who will not get injured and who always plays, is this guy. Maybe that's the reason why he's MVP. Tell me what you guys think. Who is your pick for the MVP so far? And if you disagree, leave a comment in the comment section. This is Jag from Jaggy Sports.